Today we are watching Max Steel 2016. It's about a teenager named Max McGrath who learns that he can produce super powerful energy. There's also Steel, a clever alien who wants to harness Max's abilities. When they come together, they become Max Steel. How strong are they? And can Max Steel defeat the unbeatable foe from another galaxy? In the beginning of the movie, we see a teenager named Max McGrath drawing on his roof. His mom, Molly, calls him down to help unpack, and she suggests they're starting fresh. Max jokes about it being fresh start number 9. While unpacking, Max looks at a picture of his dad sadly. A strange electric surge interrupts the TV, catching his mom's attention. Max realizes it came from his hands. The next day, he stops by his dad's old workplace, and when he gets a call, the electricity messes with his phone. Later, he almost crashes into a truck, and Sophia, she asks him to meet her. After school, Sophia helps Max fix his bicycle at her place. Max returned home, and Miles, an old friend of his late father, joined the family for dinner. In their conversation, Max discovered that Miles convinced Molly to move the family back to Copper Canyon. Miles also revealed that he was present the night Max's father passed away, attempting to rescue him. Meanwhile, at NTech, an unusual event unfolded. A mysterious glow illuminated what seemed like a pool of water. 2 scientists investigated, only for the liquid to burst into the air, creating a crystallized web resembling ice. Security was alerted about a breach in the containment chamber. Tracking a flying object on a computer, the scientists directed an armed team not to let it escape. Suddenly, Steel, a flying entity, emerged and broke free from the facility. Later that night, Max, before bedtime, delved into researching the circumstances surrounding his father's death. Online speculation suggested a tornado might be responsible. Frustrated with a computer glitch, Max noticed electricity surging from his hands once more. This time, he discovered the ability to control it, turning the power on and off at will by commanding and closing his hand. The next day, Max is in the woods testing out his newfound powers. Accidentally, he sets a lampshade on fire and declares, "This is awesome." The following day at school, Sophia tries to get Max's attention by banging on the window, but he can't hear her. A girl near the window informs Sophia that she wants to meet Max at the Thai place on Main Street. As Max heads there, his electrical powers mess with a vending machine, causing free cans to scatter. At home, Max asks his mom about his father, but she says the story is complicated. Max senses something tracking him outside his home. At the Thai restaurant, Sophia introduces Max to boba tea, surprising him. A connection grows between them. When she asks for Max's number, his phone glitches, and he's overwhelmed by electricity. Panicking, he flees on his bicycle to a nearby forest, where he screams and loses control, releasing electricity into the sky. The next morning, Max discovers burn marks in his sheets and wounds on his chest. Max is feeling really confused, and things get even more bewildering when a flying, silicone-based creature named Steel shows up. Steel says he's there to protect Max from whatever is trying to harm them. When Max's friend Molly investigates a noise, Max hides Steel in his laundry basket. Steel offers to help Max by absorbing his excess energy. As they discuss their situation in the woods, they spot a black SUV with armed men approaching. Max warns Steel that if they find him, they'll dissect him, so they decide to make a run for it. They reach Max's school, where he hides Steel in his bag. However, Steel can't keep quiet and creates confusion among Max's classmates. Later, in an abandoned building, Steel reveals his powers to Max. While Max learns to control his newfound abilities, Steel tries to teach him battle strategy. Steel then shows Max how they can combine forces to give Max a cool superhero-like suit. Wearing the suit triggers a flashback of Max's father, so he decides to talk to his friend Miles about it. On the way, he almost collides with Sophia. They chat, but when Max sees the black SUV again, he runs off. In an alley, Max decides to split up with Steel and tells him to buy some time. Sophia blocks his path and confronts him, leading Max to spontaneously choose to go to NTech with her. During the drive, they bond, and Max opens up about the challenges he's facing due to his father's premature death. Sophia believes that Max prefers to be alone. When they reach their destination, Miles greets them. Max asks Miles to share more about the events, but Miles is hesitant. Feeling a surge of energy, Max runs off, leaving Sophia confused at the NTech facility. As darkness falls and a tornado approaches, Max seeks cover near a railway track. Hearing a woman in distress, he uses his electric powers to help her restart her car. Seeking shelter in a garage, it gets blown away, exposing Max. Here, Max encounters a red-eyed Ultralink, the alien race responsible for his father's death. Steel arrives in time to assist Max in fighting back. Max realizes the Ultralink looks like Steel and questions his allegiance. Despite Steel claiming to have fought alongside Max's father, Max is skeptical and goes off alone. Turning to Sophia for help, Max borrows her phone, truck, and rubber gloves. He drives away, expressing fear of armed men and concern for his missing mother to Miles. Miles informs him that she might be taken to his dad's old lab. Inside the lab, Max finds Steel shut down and recalls a flashback to his father's death during the Ultralink attack on the lab. Jim, Max's father, was harnessed to channel his energy into the fight. Miles, who joined forces with the Ultralinks, used this alliance to drain Jim's energy, leading to his death. Now Miles aims to do the same to Max. Wearing armored suits, Miles and Max face off in a room with a harness. Despite the gunmen supporting Max, Miles initially overpowers him. Max willingly steps into the harness, reuniting with Steel. Together, in a shiny white outfit, they challenge Miles again. After a tough battle, Max channels his energy, causing Miles to explode. After regaining consciousness, Max and Steel, exhausted, are greeted by Molly, who reveals she knew Steel and is thrilled he's alive. It's confirmed that Max's father was an alien. Molly shares the truth with Max, explaining that they were evading the Ultralinks. Using stars left by his father, Max creates a 3D map of space, discovering his origins. Wanting to reconcile with Sophia, Max apologizes for his behavior, admitting he's gotten used to being alone. He thanks her for noticing him, giving her a hand-drawn picture of their first meeting. Sophia kisses him passionately, and they plan a date. In the final scene, Max and Steel decide to fly together as the sun sets. They contemplate their journey, then speed away.